Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah. With me here today is Grace Green.
Hi.
Okay, and I'm Queen Esther. You're welcome to the first video of Ebziba show. We're talking today on marital bliss, marriage bliss, and all. And okay, we have come to discover something happening in the world these days. A lot of young girls getting married at the age of 19, 18, and even some girls, even at the age of 16, are already being bothered about who they are getting married to. And then there's also this other extreme end of ladies who are 39, 40, 38, 37, and they are still rejecting even some marriage proposals. You hear them saying they're waiting for the right man, because I don't even understand anymore what is happening. Then I sat to think about it. What are we actually talking about? If you're talking about a marriage bliss, you're talking of having a marriage bliss. Marriage bliss, is it about getting married so very young or getting married so very old? So I don't know. Grace Green, what do you have to say about this?
Okay. Thank you. I think when it comes to marriage, one should be matured. It might not really be the age. You can get married at the age of 18. You can also get married at the age of 40. It depends on the age. If these ladies are matured, they know what they want. So what's stopping them? They can get married at the age of 18. So far as they know what they want, they've undergone some training and everything. They are matured. They know that they can take care of themselves. Fine, they can get married.
Okay, so you're saying age is not a factor to when to get married. Right? Okay, if I may ask you, how old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24. Okay, are you married or getting married any soon?
I'm not married in the yet, but probably next year I'll get married.
Okay, so why didn't you get married at the age of 16? Can you remember what your age 16 was like and why you did not get married at that age?
Oh, probably because one, my parents will accept, because I was still in school, I was still in secondary school, and I was still very, very young. I don't know anything about them. By then I was not mature, so I can't just get married. My parents won't let that happen.
Okay, so you really think age is not a factor?
Yes, age is not a factor.
Okay, so why weren't you mature at the age of 16? You know?
Okay, I don't know. It's individual.
So, how do people get to know they are matured enough to get married?
They are matured enough, like, okay, maybe the way they act, the way they think. You know, some ladies, education is very fast for them. Some people get into university by the age of 16, and some even go to polytechnic by 2 years they are done, 19 they are done. So what's stopping them from getting married? So I think it's how fast you are with life. So it depends for you.
Okay, because I was thinking that when it comes to you determining the fact that you're set to get married, you should consider the fact that age, I think, counts in a way, because I remember when I was 16, 18 and all, I always thought I knew it all. I always thought I was very smart and I was matured enough to take decisions myself. And I remember there were certain decisions I took then thinking I was mature enough to take such decisions. But now if I think about them, I found them very foolish. Sorry to say, I don't know. But yeah, it's true. And I think that this is what most of those young ones, they have in their heads. They think, oh, they know what they are doing. They have the decision to make. They are mature enough. You see, I define maturity to make a decision of getting married into something that when you know you've acquired so much knowledge of what you're going into. There's something I always say, and my friends laugh a lot about it. I always say, forever is too long. Forever is too long, you know, to spend it with someone that will not make you happy, to spend it with someone that you just rushed into making the decision to settle down with. If we're talking of marriage, please, many marriages have been facing a lot of challenges these days, and it all boils down to the man and the woman, what they felt for each other before making up their minds that they want to get married. Were they too young to make such decision? Was the girl too young? Was it her parents that made the decision for her, or her friends, or she felt she's smart enough and this young man, maybe he has it all and everything, and they felt it's time for them to actually settle down? You know, I think there are a lot of things that matters, a lot of things that should be paid attention to. You can have a marriage, please, you can enjoy your marriage, but I think these young ones these days, they need to gather enough information. You need to have so much knowledge of this marriage we're talking about. You don't just wake up and decide because you have a boyfriend and you are out of school, he has gotten a job, it's time to get married.
Okay, what will you say about those ones that, okay, they don't have any decision to make for themselves, but their parents say that you must get married. You must get married to this man.
Well, I think if your parents are mounting pressure on you, you should have someone that can help you talk to your parents. You should be able to do it at your time, at your pace, and at your own, because your mother or your dad, they're not going to come and live with your husband, with you. They're not going to come and assist. They will only escort you to the door. They will escort you. They will see you through the wedding process. Try to make it a success. You know, these days, parents even want the wedding to be a success, not for them to feel the shame. Or they spend so much money and all, just happy that their child is getting married. But in the marriage now, it's all about you there alone.
Yeah.
So you need to let them know you're not ready for this thing, or you don't have much knowledge enough. You see, when you're getting married as a woman, you have to have knowledge on how to take care of a man. You have to have knowledge on how to take care of kids. Because as soon as you get married, in a year or two from that time, you start having your own kids. You have to learn how to manage your home. It's different from the knowledge you had when you were in your father's house. You were in your father's house as a child, not as a wife, not as a mother. Now, when you're moving into your own home, you're moving in as a mother and as a wife. You're having this at the back of your mind. 3 things I count very important that every woman should have worked on and acquired before getting into marriage. It's patience, trust, and love. You know, I used to tell my friends that love is very important in marriage, because if you don't love your husband, you cannot accept everything that comes with him, because you're not marrying the man, just the man, but you're marrying him with everything that comes with him. You're marrying him with his occupation, with the kind of person he is. You're marrying him with his family. You're marrying him with his present status and position. So you have to love him and love everything that he comes with, so that if anything should misplace at the course of the journey in the marriage, like for example, if you marry a man because of his position and he lost that position, what will happen in that marriage? There's not going to be love anymore. Yeah, there's not going to be love anymore. It's not going to go smooth anymore. But when you're marrying the man and you're marrying him himself, it doesn't matter whether he's rich, whether he's poor. All you know is that you love this man. It comes rain, comes sunshine. You see, if we actually married due to season, then I think in winter, maybe you love only your man when you met him in winter. Then in summer, you're moody, you're hungry. What kind of man is this? And when winter comes again, you're like, oh, happy. You see, that's it. Season changes, yeah? Season changes. And times also change. That is why you're not marrying based on time, based on position and status. You're marrying based on love, right? What do you think?
You're right. So now, what's the ideal age to get married? Because these 3 things you said is very important for everyone to know. And most people, they don't know it. They just go out of pressure because this man is giving the parents so much money, so much care, and the parents be like, it has to be this man. So what's the ideal age? And those people in such situation, what do they do?
Well, I'm not going to say there's an ideal age to get married. I'm going to say once a woman feels, and not just you feeling, but people can testify that you know how to love, you're very patient, and then you can trust. Even from your relationships, you can tell. If you're dating someone and you cannot trust him perfectly, love him so much, you know, and then be patient with him when he's not calling, when he couldn't call, when he's not picking your call, when he's not present, when he's away, when you're trying to call him and you can't reach him, when he promised to come and he didn't make it. You know, take time to listen to that person, hear well from him and everything. Try to understand him. When you get to that stage in your relationship, when you love your boyfriend or your fiancé, no matter what, you understand? Even when he promises you something and he can't get it at the moment, you still love him amidst of it. You're less always angry with him over things that are unnecessary. And you find out that you're very patient with him, and then you trust him. When you have these factors, I think you can go ahead and tell your parent that, mommy or daddy, I'm ready to actually settle down with this person. That's the ideal age, what I think. Then what I have to say about the people that get to the extreme ends, some of them make so much mistakes. Why in their previous relationships? being too choosy. I say the reason why most girls get to above 30 and they are yet unsettled, number one, most times they are being so choosy. I want this, I don't want that, I did it, this is what I want, this is what I want to see, this is not what I want to see, I don't like what I'm seeing, and stuff like that. But I believe that every human being was created by God, and we all have this factor that makes us unique. If a woman, what kind of man should you look out for? In fact, that's like another topic for another day. But I just think if you're looking out for a man, you should not look out for beauty, you should not look out for status, you should not look out for position. What you should look out for is a man you can love forever. You should look out for a man that you can be happy with. You should look out for a man that understands you, that you can have so much passion for, be able to share your minds with in terms of intimacy, and you can be committed to. You see, when the passion, the intimacy, and the commitment can come in, you can have it with any man. Any man you can have this with, then you can actually have a marriage bliss with this man. So when you meet a guy today, it might just be your friend. If you find out that there is no passion, like maybe you don't even understand yourself, he's very secretive, he doesn't really talk much, is not straightforward and all, it might just be your friend. You can actually tell yourself that this person cannot make my husband. We have some friends that we can actually tell that this person can actually make a good husband to me. And you can actually also tell for some that, man, this guy, I don't think it can't be the kind of man I'll get married to. So well, thank you all for being on our show today. Do you have anything to say? To hi. Thank you very much. It's really nice to talk to people out there. I believe we can have a marriage bliss. You can enjoy your marriage. Take your time to make your decisions before going into it. And once you're within it, you should understand that with love, trust, and patience, you can endure everything that comes in marriage. Not just enduring, you're loving it. You're loving the experience. You're learning and learning every day, and you're always patient. And I tell you, with God in that marriage, it's gonna be a boom. Everybody wants to have a marriage that people can learn from, right? I want to get married, and I want people out there to be able to learn from my marriage. Try to copy our lifestyle, try to copy our law, try to copy how we relate with each other. And these things comes with the now, when you are not married. The things you build into yourself, the values you add into yourself, this is what will make your marriage worth it. Thank you very much. You should look out for our part 2 video. We'll be bringing more and more interesting topics relating to marriage. Thank you all. Bye.